Alright, and we're back. Got my dogs walking. Game is always super laggy at the start. Trying to decide if I like the my outfit color scheme or if it's too monochromatic. I'm still up in the air on it. Might go back to the black pants, boots, and mantle. I don't know. I'll play with this for a while. I always like to switch up the colors of this outfit a ton. There's like so many different ways you can vary it. Hey dude, how we doing? Buddy, it's a Scorcher. I need to get up. More things. That is a Scorcher. He's handsome, dude. There goes an excellent frisbee catch you made out there. That 540 flip was spectacular. You are a trick dog. Good boy. Alright. Get cool. Relax, guys. My Aussie is shedding like crazy. I'll brush you vigorously, buddy. You are just even shedding out. Everybody is. You guys are all shedding like nonstop. Look at all that hair. Oh my gosh, that's so much hair. And we can make some wigs. We can make some wigs with your hair, buddy. Oh, is there, oh, look at all that. You do. Oh boy. You doing good, sir? Somebody is here. They can hear money over there. He's a wall. Also on the other end, share all of those. I don't want to be rude. I should have gone there anyways. What I want to do now. I could hold into a Gorgon. I do more 3-3 arenas or grind PvP track. I don't really know if I feel like going for it. Now, I got your first run. Is it just for the 10? So you don't get another inductor. Do you just get like damaged Gorgonize and Gorgonize, and then Hive of Gorgon tokens? Do you get tokens past the first run? I do not know. Let's see what people are up to. Mirk, Scorp, X Scorp. Weird people. Looking for fresh hive. Gorgon's experience. Need 1 Rimbot, 4 DPS. Evade skewer. I mean, I guess I could do it just for the random stuff. Scorp. Well, I haven't seen that one before. Wit. Snyder marks taunts are active. What does that mean? Taunts are active. What does that mean? Light attack critical hits generate 200% more threat when a light attack crit is triggered. Reduce hostile AI's base damage inflicted to you by 15% for 3 seconds. Oh, so it's like an attack sword for like taunting, like where you just are constantly attacking, I guess. I'll do a chest run if it's CK, but otherwise I don't really want to do chest runs. I could also just go back to the CK free-for-all island and start gathering those to rank up Shimmer Mist. I keep wanting to call it Fist. It's Mist, but I need like 1200, so it's going to take me a while. I mean, I guess I could just start slowly grinding that. Hop in arenas. Not really. I don't know what other artifacts I'd want to get out of the PvP track. Does it show rewards? Steel, bronze. I think I'm in silver. I could just go to the free for all and start grinding that, working towards 725 Shimmer Mist. Shimmer. Or I could try to get Scorpion too. Let me just run over there and see if it's up. I've been invited to a raid, which I don't know what he wants me to run, so we'll see. He didn't respond. Copy. Yeah, it's the build I like to run anyways. So, choose roll. I'll have to... So weird, like it's just attacking like right through him for a while. What is this red thing? Is that a die? Oh, it's just berries. It looked like a die. The way the leaves were like lining up, and it's like low res mode. Switch over. Boss first. Do I have the pots I need? So I got the switch ready. First of all. Right, I have Angry Earth, and I'm good. I have food. And then I gotta switch my build. Attributes. I'll wait till I get inside. Make sure I don't get kicked or something like that before I switch. This could take a while too. Running thrust right build. I was thinking I switched for PvP. That's wrong. honey. This way. Go the legs, sweetie. Good girl. Good home, good spot. So it's 7. I'll be able to go in here and grab it. I wonder, like, see, I wonder, like, if you can drop party, I don't know for sure. You might drop party if you go into the free-for-all zone. I don't want to do that, so I'll stay out. I'll just cut wood. Try to get stuff to 100, I guess. So then at least I can cut weird wood. Pretty fast, actually. I've got 2 levels just like in 2 minutes. Super fast. They've sped this up so much. It's weird because I didn't even think it was that grindy when it first came out, and they've just simplified it for everybody even more, which I'm not opposed to. Like it's yeah, it's very fast now. I don't know if like level 84 through 87 should be a minute apiece, if that. I think it's 30 seconds. I think that's just crazy fast. And I don't even have any buffs going, all that stuff. Like, I could even speed up more, I think. I'm not playing songs or any of that stuff. Alright, waiting for one more. Probably be expecting here in a second. I'll wait until I get inside. Seems to like Inferno and Hatchet, at least for the pugs. Like my guild isn't too big about it, but the come in. I joined recently, but the pug groups are like fine with it. So it's funny. I took the time to go get Great Finisher all the way, do all the quests, and get it up to 725. So I thought that would get me into the race better. And then everyone's like, "No, we'll take your 700 Inferno." Okay. I get it. Like, a lot of people like new guilds, like they don't know you, so they just assume you're so many people. So they just assume even besides that, it's just an in-group, so like they're not going to kick somebody off the that's also human nature and normal. You know, they want to keep space for the friends because that's who's active in the guild and been there. So like, you kind of just have to wait for like 12 rounds until you get a chance to go with the guild. It's just faster to plug it, to be honest, because you throw your name out there, you get invited, you're good. Like, I mean, it's more fun to go in guild groups, like in comms, something. Everyone's chill. But like, too much personally. As long as they can clear the raid, I mean, I don't care between the two. A lot of people play for the social aspect, which I guess too. I'm doing like 5 or 6 levels. Just in like 5 minutes. As soon as they invite me on, I'll restart. Normally it just queues up and goes whenever it's available, but it wasn't doing it. Respec do this Gorgon, knock it out. Hopefully it's a good run. I don't know what I get. Since I've already run it once this week, I'm hoping you get those 10 coins. I don't know if you get anything else for running this. I'm pretty sure you do not get an inductor. I already have. I think I have everything. Alright, so let's switch to strength. Let's go like 52, 500, 5% crit chance. CDR, crit chance. Just drop everything in the con. Okay. There we go. And then I'm ready. And then I'll use my Angry stuff once we get to the first boss. I'll change the visual settings so it looks a little better. Video. I was on Ultra because I was doing the PvP. But for PV stuff, I can put it down. So it looks, the game looks a little trouble. Yeah, so this is a playground. I don't know who this player is, so we'll see how this goes. Tank really is hard. Took all the aggro. I had 3 mobs on me apparently there. Let me just die, it doesn't matter. it's not there. So, wait for Roya. Where's Roya? Front, Looking good. Have her for a bit. busy grouping things at all. I'm not really sure. Like everything's just running all over the place. Hopefully this gets better, but we'll see. Are you gonna stand on it? You gotta stand on it. Stand on the planking, buddy. What are you doing? I hit it. Why isn't it? Where is it? Is there another thing that's constantly shuffled in order? Did I lose it? What the hell? There it is. I wish you could like drag and drop these into the order you want. What's the okay. So I don't know if this is like some of these have been that's not a good sign. I knew we were missing one. Maybe it was a healer, but holy shit. Our melee are getting pumped. Hopefully it was a healer. Reset, please. Stop healing. How brain dead is that person? It's at 100%, you fuck. Reset. You're not gonna two-man this. I will leave this raid if they keep that shit going. That, like, particular, but just don't be go on. If you're gonna sit in there for 20 minutes, like, with two people, yeah, I'm not waiting. Not waiting. Just have a general brain. So unfortunately, a lot of times this is how solo queue goes. So we'll see. Yeah, healer was definitely having a hard time. I mean, they were just lagging out. that a bug? What the fuck is it? The healers are struggling. What the fuck? Oh, so far away from that? Our tank does not stay still. He will not just stay in one spot. He likes to move. It's like, why are you moving so much, bud? Oh, one of our healers are down. 2 more people are down. It's probably a reset. Yeah, this is lagging. Then why did you join the raid, bud? Why did you join the raid as a tank? Like I did. You can't really? It's okay. YOLO. Let's just do it. Gosh, I should leave. Save, reset. Yeah, and again, maybe some people don't look at chat, but there's a common sense thing. The boss is at half health. The tank has said he's lagging, and to reset and replace him. Half the guild or half the group or the raid is already at the respawn, out of the fight. It's like, why are you still running around just trying to survive? It's gonna take you an hour to do that. I don't get. I'll try to give them benefit of the doubt, that. Hey, they don't look at chat, but there's also just a. Do you have a? Are you aware that half the raid isn't here? And so, is that any kind of thought process going on in your head about, is this worth the time and the effort, or is it better to reset and start fresh and better shot with actually more of the party still alive? If people want to waste time, they can waste their time, but at some point you're not going to. It's just how simple it is. Just reset, kick the tank, replace the tank, and go again. If you're not going to do that, you're just going to stay there, then what are you doing? There's no way you get past. If you're struggling that much and that dumb on the first boss, there's no way you're going to do the second or third boss. The third boss isn't even that hard, but people that aren't coordinated and are just being dumb, they won't clear it. And the second boss, there's no fucking way, because they were wiping so much on the first one. But it's kind of cool, like on Hustland, this spot is actually decently busy. I'm gonna have to mute this guy. I'm assuming that's a gay guild oriented group, which is fine for that, but don't necessarily need to see the chat. Looking forward to being honest. Nope, yeah, that's the healer they brought in. Looking forward to be a tank. It's kind of cool, like seeing like, oh, it's Steam, and then there's PlayStation. So the Steam are the PC users, and then I'm assuming Xbox. So you see some Xbox, PlayStation. There's some console people in here. It's kind of interesting. Well, I switched this damn build, 500 strength, which is not going to be viable. So I need to figure out if I'm going to try to do. I think that's the only Gorgon realm that's recruited right now. So do I want to switch and start? I could wait. I might just keep grinding PvP track. But again, it's just kind of fun to do. I'm not sure what it wants me to do here. I don't have anything to do other than my one little stamp, but I don't want to stamp anything till I'm closer to being done. Try an OPR, because I haven't done one yet, so let me switch my build back. I'll try the VG setup. Switch. I'm using config. So let's go to. So this was 200 intelligence. 200. I'm at 332, so let me go. Well, way too much. Oh, this might be a problem. I think I'm way over. Focus. No, I don't want to. 332, so I'm over. Let me go. Yes, this won't be ideal, but we'll make do. That's 250. 7% base production. What the hell? I'm already that close to it. And then I'll put the rest into focus. Core. Why not? Hey, tanky boy. Yeah, so I have too much magnify in my build, so I got to get some of the magnify out, get some focus items, and more int. I think, yeah, to getting more int, more focus would balance that out. I might do this one and call it. I kind of want to take a break and hang out outside and get some sun. So I'll give this a shot. Zephyr picks and region. And Sure. So I really have not figured out this map completely well, so I'm just going to try to stay with the path as much as I can. I think it's like my favorite match on this Squad, I don't know. They have a lot more of ball builds, which tends to be the case like almost every match I'm in here. I'm on the side that it like has no ball and gets rolled. I guess it's just a pre-maze. I don't no reason to overthink it. Or maybe like they're all fighting on other points, which is cool. I just don't know how. Like they're yeah. I just got to stick with my group, I guess. I don't know why I can't get on the course. I'm not thinking about it. So it's just me and Muskie. I'm on that shot. I can't catch a musket player with this build. It's just a musket right now. I really need to stay on the main point because I'm not going to be able to chase. I'm just going to get kited around. This is where I really don't. Everyone's just using Facebook. Chase it forever. Like, this is just so stupid. The rat haste build and like the whole map design for this is shit. Like, the whole thing is built for like decks. It's like light deck. Light decks, pre-mades with stunlock. That's what this thing is. I just don't know. so many. It's so outnumbered. Oh my god. So dumb. There's just so many of them. I mean, okay. There's 15 of you. Okay, I get you're all in three, You're just a 10-pack. It's so dumb. New World does need to fix this for OP. I guess you just have the fun. Like, don't even worry about it. But it's like, it's not competitive at fucking all. Like, okay, you're 5-pack. Can kill a solo player. Yes. Especially with a janky. You're like, it's just such a weird thing. Like, that they put pre-mates versus solo players in these, and then like, they just run around and snipe picking you off one by one. It's just very nice combat design. Oh, look how many reds there are there. Where the fuck is blue? I guess they're on the side. I mean, who the fuck knows? There's some. Jesus. It's like all red in there. There's like, it's maybe 4 to 1? 4 to 1? I mean, what are you supposed to do with that? Yeah, it's still 4 to 1. Look at all the red. That's just so stupid. There's 2 of this in there. We have all the rangers, so we have all the solo range deck. Sweet. This map is just complete shit. I do not like this at all. Such a look at all like really red just sitting there in this weird ball. I mean, like, why is this fun? Like, where all the pre-made like melee role players on one side and all the ranged solo player rats on the other. I mean, like, how is that supposed to be entertaining combat? Oh god. They focused on the wrong thing. They focused on here. They focused on make sure healers were even. But healers don't matter as a balance standpoint. Okay. And like these bridges, like you get cut off. I don't know what the point is of not being able to get back to your team. It's a very fucked up map. Like, it's just for like ranged decks, light and pre-mates. Like, that's who this map is for. I don't know how they thought this was an improvement. Like, it's so hard to get back to your team. Yeah, I just don't understand why they made a map that only appeals to pre-mates and solo light decks like rat play. I just don't understand. Like, it's cool to implement the new like art stuff. I totally get that, but like you're just making the map. It's such an easy map for pre-mates just to shit on the other side because the solos are constantly cut off from one another. So like you're forced to play this hate spam rat build bullshit. It's just very strange. And I got pushed off because of body on. much fun. It's so hard to get like an even fight. You're just outnumbered everywhere. And like all these weird fucking angles, like you can't get back to your fucking team. Like you have to play haste rack. Otherwise you just get cut off at these weird fucking angles. But they're clearly a pre-made group. It's like literally every match of this fucking new map, it's pre-mades just dumpstering the other side, and you get cut off because you can't go out the same way to find your group. And everywhere you try to retreat, you're not retreating towards your team. It's a very stupid map. I just don't get why did you design a map where you can't get back to your team? Like literally the whole thing is just rat play, and then the side with the pre-made owns the center and then just shits on everyone because the other side can't get back. They're so disorganized, and the routes to get back to each other are so it's such a nest where you can't easily run back to them. Everything's like caverns, and it's like not shortcuts. It's the opposite of a shortcut. It's some divergent path or underway cavern that you can't get back to your team. It's the stupidest map design. As a returning player, your new OPR map design is very poor thought out. It is not an improvement on the old OPR map at all. It completely is oriented towards rat, haste, spam, dex builds in light armor, and pre-made groups. The reason for this is because the entire design of the map cuts off players from being able to reunite with their teammates on their side. You can't get back to your teammates easily anywhere. You are constantly cut off fighting behind enemy lines when you lose at the outset in the middle point. After that, you are a scrambled mess of solo players without any idea where your main group is to rally to. The map UI in OPR does not accurately show where allies are. Why did you design a map for OPR where you double down on the advantages of pre-made groups and solo rat light armor haste spam builds that were already a problem in the old OPR map. This map is even worse. I don't get it. I honestly just don't get it. If you want solo players to enjoy OPR in non-rat builds, you have to let us easily get back. We have to join allies. Easily. Easy. That's not proper. If you want players to enjoy, also players to play OPR, we have to be able, it has to be easy to get back to group. Yeah, you just get chopped down. So the problem is you lose the start because the pre-mates are is going to typically win the group fights, and then you just get stuck going in one at a time, spread out, and you're getting chopped down one at a time by the Zerg in small batches from all different angles, and then so you can't really ball fight. You're outnumbered in there nonstop if you go in solo, and then if you go to the side, you're fighting all the haste spam rats that just run away from you the whole time. Oh, that's so much fun. That's fucking ridiculous. That's such like trash. Like 50% to 100% haste spam stacking builds that just run away. I guess, yeah. I mean, that's the side points. I mean, I'm not saying that shouldn't have a place, but not at the haste spam level that they are. Like quicker builds, sure. Builds that you just literally cannot catch, and they can kite away and reset the fight at any moment that they want. I mean, that's just the stupidest damn thing. And the pre-mates, they don't really have an answer for it, just because they don't have enough players to do pre-mates in solo queue. Like solo queue only would be so much more fun, because the pre-mates, I mean, this build when you have it fully set up, the VG build can fight a lot of people at once, but I certainly don't have that build set up yet. So I can fight maybe one or two, but I'm not going to be able to fight like 5+ ranged people, fire staffs slamming me from the other side of the main engagement. I'm not that strong, for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll keep working on it, but like, it's pretty silly. It's very silly right now. And to be honest, for shit, you shouldn't add like one build without like a pocket healer be able to do that. So it's just so strange. It's like war companies that go in there with a pre-made stack with a healer, pocket healer. Sacred's on the main melee boy that goes in, and you're supposed to like fight that as a solo player without heals when you're getting like a pre-made group like calling your name and dogging you. It's like, oh come on. And plus their backline, it's just so stupid. Like they need to like work on this somehow to make it so like the old school map was better because it had more of a defined focus to where like one door entrance on each POI from each side, and that pretty much steered players to that door. And then the other players would play on the wings, and backline crash and flank and all that stuff. But that was the main thing. This is like a nest of like 12 entrances for everything. So everyone's running around in circles. So it's the whole map is designed for rat play. And then since it's for solo players, if you're trying to get back to your group, you're cut off. Everyone's running around with their hair on fire in every which direction. It's complete chaos. I mean, it's a perfect map for light decks. If you like to play light decks, this is the map for you, because you can just. It's so ratty. The whole thing is just a rat. It's a complete rat nest. So yeah, light decks. That's a great map. But like for me, I'd rather just like all F4 that map, and just play the old map if I can play OPR, because that map is. And again, I tend to always. I'm not sure what the fuck that's about, but they always place me on the opposite. Not always. That's not true. 70% of the time, I get placed on the opposite side of the Zerg ball that just crushes everyone, and then I'm sitting there as like one of the only melee players on my side, or like frontline players, and then I turn around and like half or more of our raid or our group is bows. They're all light rats, and then they just run, and then you're in there alone, like two other players versus 20. It's like so stupid. Like, why? I don't know why they think balancing the healers is more important than balancing the melee. The melee is so much more important than balancing how many healers are on each side. Like, you can have all the healers if we get all the melee. We will crush you. Like, if one side has all the healers and the other side has all the melee and they're competently skilled, I guarantee you the melee will trounce the other side. It won't even be close. But yeah, they focus on balancing out the amount of healers per side, which I totally understand. That's been a common complaint. And if you don't have healers, it is tough. It is tough. But again, if one side has all the melee and their premates, I mean, come the fuck on. My simple balance thing was, if you're going to put a 5-stack pre-made on one side, you have to put a 5-stack pre-made on the other side. And if you don't, it turns into a shit show. So like, I don't think they necessarily even need to separate pre-mades and solos, even though I'd prefer that. Ideally, not going to happen. But what they should do is force, if for every group of 4 or 5 on one side, you have to put another pre-made for a 5-stack on the other side, and do it equally. So not like 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 or 3-to-0. So like you have 10 total pre-made players on one side and 0 pre-made players on the other, and all solo queue, or like one duo. It doesn't work. The pre-mades will just shit on the other side every single time. It's not even competitive. So that's what my suggestion would be to fix OPR is balance out the pre-mades. Like, it's not realistic for them to split solo queue and pre-made groups, but what they can do is at least make sure, hey, if you put a 5-stack on one side, make sure the other side has a 5-stack as well. I honestly don't think having equal healers is nearly as important as making sure the total amount of pre-made groups are even, for the quantity of players roughly. I mean, if it's 11-9 total pre-mades on one side compared to the other, so be it. But it can't be 10-0, because then it turns into a complete stomping. I don't think the dev team plays enough PvP or has enough critical thinkers that really understand the PvP nature of the game to get it. Like, and they tend to focus on weird things, or not necessarily weird things, but not the most critical aspects. And I get, like, hey, people like, hey, we don't have healers, we can't compete. But again, I used to play Bruiser, and I played hundreds and hundreds of OPRs and hundreds of wars. If you're in an OPR as a frontline Bruiser per se, and your healer is putting their Sacred Ground, which often happens, they put in the old school OPRs, they put their Sacred Ground very often on the back line because they want to protect themselves and their back line. Well, that's sacred, and they're healing. If they're only healing the back line, that does nothing for me as a Bruiser on the front line. So I'm up there dancing and dodging, dancing bear, dodging everything I can, surviving as a Bruiser on the front line. Meanwhile, I'm not getting heals in a lot of those old OPRs because the healers are focusing on the back line. Well, why does it matter if the healers are balanced if the healer doesn't know where to put their heals and they don't know how to play? I mean, unless they're under grave threat, the healer should not be putting Sacreds on the back line. a lot of times there would be like fire staff and bows that would shoot through the doors before they put those OPR barricades up in Sun in the old OPR map. That's a new thing since I returned. So they just put, hey, we're getting like some steady trickle damage back here from pen shots and like fireballs. So let's just put a Sacred Ground and we'll just stand in the Sacred Ground. Well, great. Now your front line has no Sacred Grounds on point, and they're fighting alone with no heals. That's also, I mean, so like, yeah, to me, I always felt like it was weird to balance based upon healers, because the healers don't all know how to play equally. Some are really, really, really good mechanically. They know their stuff. They're little ninjas with the rapier. But then a lot of them are just like bots back there, just like throwing sacreds wherever. They have no idea what they're doing. And like, hey, that's the thing with all builds. But like, again, balancing based upon OPRs for healers specifically to balance out between the sides is, I don't think it's almost relevant. The biggest thing, I mean, like, there's no guarantee, hey, they have 4 healers, we have 4 healers. There's no guarantee as a solo player, no matter what build I'm playing, that healer, one of our 4 healers, is going to give me a heal, individual or a sacred. There's no guarantee. I can't guarantee that. I mean, I can ask, hey, pretty please, cherries on top, can I get a heal? but like there's no guarantee that your healer is going to heal you. And again, that healer might be pocketing one other player. They might be a duo, and then they just chase around their buddy all game, pocketing their buddy. Well, you're not getting heals. That one of your 4 healers in an OPR is just chasing their buddy all the game. So unless you know who that is and can go run around in their sacred, you're still not going to get individual heals. So I just never understood the point. Yeah, like it's not like they place you in a 5-stack and an OPR, but it's not like your 5-stack runs around together. That just doesn't happen. Like everyone just goes their own way because you don't know each other. You're not in comms together. The map UI, it doesn't work, so you don't even know where your teammate is half the time. The map UI, when you go to an OPR, it's always wrong. Like you have no idea. It shows all these dots. You run over to the dots, they're dead or they're not there. You're like, well, why are you showing me dots if they're not there? Who the fuck knows? They haven't fixed that forever. So like, how are you supposed to stay together? So again, it makes no sense to balance based upon healers on each side. Ideally, you would have balanced healers, of course, but the more important thing is to balance the pre-made group. So if one pre-made, especially with melee players, if you put a melee 5-stack that's competent on one side and you don't equal that out, and the other side doesn't have equal numbers of melee, much less pre-made melee, it's over. It's a done deal. Like you don't even have to play the result is in, baby. It is a done deal for OPR. But I guess you just try not to like even take it. It's not a competitive mode, so like you try not to even take it seriously because it's silly. Like because I was going to there, like it's literally you have 5 to 7 players like targeting you, and then you have like 3 to 4 people on your side, and there's 15 of them inside the ball. It's just very strange. And because again, that's pre-made groups that know war. They know, hey, you have to get inside versus solo queue on the other side with no pre-made groups. And so the bulk of your side stays outside or scrambles to the wind, and you're fighting outnumbered 3 to 4 to 1 or even 5 to 1 outnumbered odds. So it's like, how are you supposed to balance that out? You have to be so much better. And then plus they're good players because they're in typically pre-mades or war players, and it's going to be an uphill battle. They have comms, they're coordinating their abilities, they're coordinating targets, they have typically better gear. So it's like I can fight one of them. I'm not going to be able to fight 5 of them. I'm not I'm not going to have to fight 5 of them. I can fight 5 people that like don't know how to play the game all damn day. But like people like 5 people at my level, like I'm not good enough to kill 5 of them at the same time. I can't beat a whole 5-stack in Discord comps alone. I mean, so that's kind of what the fights are in OPR. You're just gonna have to like, and I get it. And that's what happens is it pushes more and more people to play the haste spam light Dex rep builds because that's what can get away from the pre-mates. So you just play haste light builds and run away and kite and scatter to the wind. So it's like, I mean, OPR has always been that. That's been the same formula or like pattern they've had for years and years. But anyways, let me play one more. I want to play a. I didn't even look at this. I should have. That's whatever. I want to play a 3v3 and then I'm gonna take a break. But yeah, not a big fan of OPRs. They're pretty much. But if you want to practice a 5-stack, that's kind of where you have to go. To be fair to the war 5-stacks, because you can't 5-stack in arenas because they're 3v3. I always felt like they should make arenas 5v5. That was my feedback a long time ago, like years ago when they came out with them. I didn't understand. The whole game is based on 5v5. Like, why aren't arenas 5v5? I didn't get that. But they did 3v3, and it just created this weird dichotomy, like where you don't have a healer on each side. In the maps, I like the arenas now that I returned. I've played them more than ever, but it's strange. Like maybe they're just trying to get a different like format for more small scale and groups. And I think they also didn't want so many players queuing up arena and taking away from the numbers of OPR. But it would have been fun, and it still would be fun to be able to queue up as a 5-stack. Hey, here's our 5-stack. You can try different like comps, like with your 5-stack, and do it that way, and have a ranked leaderboard. I think that would be dope. And you could like really get like, you know, and that works towards war. It parlays and builds like Discord comms, communication, comps, builds, counterplay, communication, you know, all that coordination towards competitive PvP, towards war. And I think that would be a great like footstep towards that. But I kind of get it now because like they've dwindled the player base so much that it's probably tough for them to want to put 10 players in every arena match compared to 6 because it takes away from OPR. But like I know there's a lot. I mean, Trick Track's a pretty good example of it. He plays some OPRs too, but you can tell there's people that just want to play arena. That's what they want to do. I like. Um, Now that I do it too, I would much prefer to play arena. I mean, I don't want to play like 5 stack arena versus solo queue arena, where like you have 5 solos versus a pre-made 5 stack. That would be garbage. But as long as it was like, hey, you put a duo on one side and a duo on the other, or like there's a threesome on the other side. There's at least a duo on the other. That would be more fair. That would be cool. I wouldn't have a big problem with that. But I would much rather do 5 stacks. 5 stacks, 1 healer on each side. Let's go. But 3v3 is okay. Gosh, I wish I liked OPR more because that's like the main activity of this game, but I just don't like the mode.
Don't forget to smile out there.
Alright, so let me get my stuff set up. Again, I'm still working on this build. I'm not a pro at this build yet at all. It's not very efficient yet. 5, 5. Pop that. Pop that. 354, 200. Yeah, I'm too heavy in con, but it is what it is. Gosh, that was a miserable OPR. It's like every time I look in that bit, it's like 2 or 3 blues and 15 reds. That's like I want to go in, but no, I don't want to be dogged by 7 players. I really don't want to be jumped involved by 7 people. That is so not interesting. But that's the game they created. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know how they thought that mode was going to be an improvement. Like, hey, let's use these new art assets from CK Free For All Island. Like, that's dope. That's cool. That makes total sense. These guys are pretty cool. To the mage, and then I need to dodge the hammers. I think they have 2 hammers, but yeah, there's no point to continue on. That match was over. This guy got smoked. Laughing Coffin. That's one of the that's on this server. Ransack and Pillage. Yeah, Kira. Run towards us, buddy, not away from us, you fuck! Yeah, so it's Kira. You take their damage out, then they're not that bad. It's really the Kira player.
3, 2, 1, Destiny!
So we get with Kira again. Why is it switch? was on screen. Yeah, it's just the Kira. There you go. So they're going to do an adjustment those. But keep Kira on the run.
2, 1. Make this a clash to remember.
It's target probably was important. I don't know if it's so learning arenas, especially with this build, because I don't do this build very often. Or I never know, I don't want to say very often. I'm brand new to the build. But this guy called it Pan, I think it was. But the target pro on Kira completely changes. So you take around take out their main DPS. And then like the flail user, there's just a CC bot, the Tuzik, I think, pretty sure. And that was the win. It was just taking out the main source of damage. And then their kill pressure like fell off really strongly. But and then I think it was Panda had that like really good engagement, like where you're on that last fight, dove on him and froze him, and he was pretty much done for. That was a good fight though. Some good players for the most part. I don't know what this guy was playing. I didn't really pay attention to this guy on our side. But it's good. I'm still like 350 con. I shouldn't be running that much con. So it's hard for me to like secure kills. So like that, I should have 50 points going into more focus. But like, yeah, I need to keep tweaking the build. I way too much magnify. But if 3v3 arenas are just so much more fun in general, they're actually engaging. It's good combat. It's fair. The OPRs are just like, dude, you're just getting 7 people dogging you, 2 fire staffs, 3 up front. They have a pocket healer. Your team's scattered to the wind. It's not fun at all. But like the PvP track, like gains are so much better on with OPR. But I don't know, like they're so uneven. I guess I'll just play arenas when I want to do PvP because I don't warn anymore in the game. I don't have a company that I'm warring with, so I'm just doing it for trying to find good PvP. I think it's arenas for me. Until I get hooked up with the race company then I guess, but I don't know if I haven't really thought about that at all yet, but I gotta keep working on my gear, find builds that I enjoy playing. I just want to, really coming back to the game, I'm just trying to enjoy the combat, because that's what I like the most about New World. I'm just trying to enjoy the game, and then I'll see what happens, because I've been testing but I don't know if it's a game that I'm going to enjoy, and I think it's going to be another 5 years until the game even releases, so it's just kind of weird. Von Boogie Vikings. Let's see what's going on. Larner group needs heals and DPS. That sounds awful. Looking for more DPS tank. They must have split because they're doing another one. I doubt they've cleared. That group was so bad. Looking more DPS tank link here. Yeah. Scorp. They probably cleared by now. I think I'm gonna take a break. I've been playing on the game quite a bit today. I'm gonna break, enjoy some outside time with my pups, and yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow probably. But I'm probably gonna chill for the rest of the day and just hang out. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the game, and I'm curious to know what kind of content once I upload this. What kind of content are you guys enjoying? If you're a returning player or a new player to the game, like what are you doing that you're enjoying in New World? Like what kind of content are you finding? Like, hey, this is why I play New World rather than other MMOs, or this is why I log in. Is it still war, or is it just doing your dailies for crafting? You know, you're in like refining. Is it just refining and doing those dailies? Is it doing chest runs? Gosh, I chest runs is like never die. That's just like the zombie of New World. It never dies. But yeah, I'm curious what kind of content you guys enjoy running that keeps you logging into New World. Like I just played Dune Awakening, and I've been doing Ashes. Gosh, I can't talk. Ashes of Creation alpha testing, and the Dune Awakening, the end game for PvP is just, it's not there. It's basically just running around griefing people by one-shotting them from a helicopter when they're on the ground with no defenses. So that's their version of PvP. Fly around and one-shot people on the ground that are defenseless. I mean, that's not PvP to me. That's just griefing. And if people like griefing, I'm not. Hey, if that's your jam, I'm not trying to like revamp survival games, but like, for me, that's a sad excuse for PvP. I think they should just call it, hey, this is a griefing zone, because that's what it is. I think everyone would be more accepting of it if you just called it a griefing zone. Then hey, okay, it is what it is. But yeah, there's definitely not a PvP end game, and it's like the Lands Red is a bingo card, PvE gathering and turn in. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's like for collectionist or completionist players that just want to chase things. I'm not saying it's bad to have in the game, but it's definitely not a core end game loop that's going to keep people around in numbers. So like, but I love the game. Great game until the Deep Desert. And the Deep Desert, I was so excited to go out there. I'm like, oh, that's all it is. It's just a procedural empty wasteland with gathering and people that fly up in the air in groups and grief you as a solo player. Okay. Like, is there fun, engaging ground PvP combat or any combat? No, it's just shooting solo players and ganking them with one-shot weapons, usually from the air. Oh, all right. So it's either do that or else go gather endlessly. Okay, I can gather endlessly, but at some point, like, you're like, okay, what is the point of this? So, and you call it a day. But the base building's great. Haga Basin, the world they developed is great. Even the story for Sandbox survival game I thought was pretty good. The questing was good to start off, and then I thought it got really bad at the end, but it's okay. Overall, it's, you don't expect survival sandbox games to have like terrific questing, so I thought it was sufficient. But you have to YouTube like nearly half or more of the middle to the end of Haga Basin. You have to YouTube a lot of these to find out what to do. They're so poorly, the UI is so bad, and no hints. But anyways, a great game, but it's not sufficient for like to keep me going as a PvP player. It's, so like I could go back to Marvel Rivals. That's probably what I should do. But like I don't always feel like super high intensity at all times. Like for the problem I have with playing Marvel Rivals is I sometimes I just want to chill. I don't want to play, like, I love to war New World, but like not like every moment of my gameplay has to be that. Like for me, like I love wars. I could do like 2 or 3 a night, no problem. But like sometimes I just want to do some other stuff too. I kind of want to do like maybe small scale PvP or something else. Maybe like moments of PvP, but not always like constant high focus, like no distractions, intensity gameplay. And then like so. Ashes of Creation is a tab target thing, and that game feels like it's forever from coming out. It's like so far behind. If I thought about New World, when New World came out as a game, and everyone was complaining about the settlements of how they all look the same, like, hey, First Light looks like Morningdale. It's just turned 45 degrees or 90 degrees, whatever, and like You know, Cutlass Key's the same house as its First Light. It's not unique enough. Man, like, I gotta tell you, if you look at Ashes of Creation compared to launch New World, holy cow, they are just ages. I mean, ages behind where New World launched at. Like New World on launch was and is so far ahead of where Ashes of Creation's alpha test. They're going in the next month, supposedly to Alpha 3. And I'm in the testing, but like, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I don't, like, gosh, I haven't lost complete faith in their direction. I just think they're so far away from delivering a playable game that's of any interest that it's almost just put it on the back burner and let them cook kind of time, because they just have so much work to do. They just have a colossal amount of work to do, because they aren't showing us systems. They're still working on the core basic fundamentals, and I think they're still throwing mud at the wall on that, and they don't have a good logic even for that. Like, they're trying to figure out their econ changes, but they're doing like very drastic things that like people could have told them, hey, this is not going to work, don't do this, but they did. It's like, well, you didn't need to do that. Like, you know that was going to turn out poorly. Why did you force something? I think I'm just going to the board here to ruin. And if you guys are probably are not in the Ashes of Creations test, so I'm being way too vague. But yeah, it's just let me cancel that. It's basically just, oh, look at all these new players running around. That's kind of cool. Look at all these 19, 13, 9, 12, 12. That's so awesome. Well, this is the starting place, but look at all these people. These people are all creating these new characters. Look at them all running around with the new stuff. That's so sweet. Oh, 12, 15. Look at all these little guys. That's pretty darn cool. Toxic Pinky. Okay, that's a weird, very weird name, but okay. Very strange name. But everyone else besides that guy. But yeah, anyways, Ashley Creation, I don't really even care for the PvP. It's, for as tab target goes, it's okay. But my goodness, does it pale in comparison to New World's action combat system? It is like nowhere near the bar of New World's combat. Like, and then the graphics and how unique the cities are, the settlements. Ashes only has one. They're working on others supposedly, but they only have one, and it's an Alpha 3. So I mean, I just don't know. It's a mob grinder, and that's it. It's just a mob grinder. I was in Alpha 2.5 in my first weapon upgrade for my build that I got. Because I was a bow player and a ranger, quote unquote. My first bow was when I hit the max level. The very mob that gave me max level was the first bow got dropped for my build when I hit the max level of 25 in Forge. I sent a bug report into him, providing that feedback, but it's like, this isn't going to work, guys. Like, anyone could have told you this system is not going to work. Why did we have to do a test to prove that this won't work? It's not going to work. Players will not play your game if you don't give them a gear upgrade until they hit max level. Like, that's not working. Like, I'm sure there are some old school 60-year-olds that love that game because it reminds them of some EverQuest one when they were like a wee lad. I'm sure, and I'm happy for them. But that is not going to appeal to a casual audience. Like, all these new players you see running around this world, like, they would quit and fall off that game by level 10. They're not going to play 40 hours to hit max level and not receive gear. That's not interesting. Not going to happen. They don't even have good questing, or they don't even have questing. Like, it's like very convoluted. So, man, I want to be hyped for Ashes of Creation, but it's like, it feels like they're so far away from being a game of having anything interesting to test. I don't know. I hope they can get their shit together and figure it out, though. But anyways, yeah, I want to play more arenas, but I also just want to go hang out and chill. So I'm probably going to do that because I'm kind of in yapper mode, and I don't want to yap much right now. So I'm going to call that day. Yeah, still the same thing. So AP track. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I want to keep working on this build. I think I need to get some like keen speed or something, a little bit more ability. I need to be a little bit stickier. So I don't know if I'm going to keep using net shot. Net shot seems good, but maybe I drop like, I don't know. Maybe I dropped plague splitting grenades, and maybe I switch to like blast shot and put them on the ground, and then just start like chaining them with that on the from there. Plague splitting grenades is like decent, but I don't know if it like is great for this build and synergize as well. It's like a good ability, but maybe I should do that now rather than like using that. Maybe I should switch and try to. Oh, I don't know if I can reach it. I might have to take like. I don't do headshots. 2, 3. Okay, let me see if I can get there. So, Plague Splitting Grenades is definitely good for groups. Gosh, it's not a bad ability. And you get some haste out of it. But I think the knockdown wind 2 points. Let me see if I can just want to mess with it. I mean, claw shot wouldn't be bad either. I could claw shot to people. And then claw shot into scream. That wouldn't be bad. I could claw shot into like Azoth, blast shot into Azoth, and then scream them. That could be a little combo. Okay, so fortify. Gotta do this, then that. And blast shot and rend. So let's try that one. Let's go there. Shrapnel. Blast. Actually, it might be like blast shot. Face off. I could also drop net shot. Net shot's just so strong when you have the slow. It really just it sets up other teammates, like not necessarily yourself, but it sets up your teammates to jump on somebody when they see them they can't move. But I could also drop net shot and just go for like a I could go for a claw shot, blast shot to put them so claw to them, yank to them, blast, knock them down into an Azoth, blast, and then switch over to scream. I mean, that could be a combo. I mean, probably combos better than this, whereas like I have net shot and it's like maybe I should try that. Claw, blast, and then Azoth. Let's try that. Let's try to have it do a combo. So this all pulls will automatically grab one loaded ammunition. You currently have 2 then. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's do haste. Reloads. Fortify. Let's go here. That's it. Direct base damage from abilities increase 50% for reducing the. That's cool. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now I don't have the Azoth shrapnel, but I'm just gonna put them on the ground. So claw to them. No, that's supposed to be a shot. There you go. I think that's it. And then successful hits within 3 meters can fortify. Reloads. Shot. Yeah, I want all those. I mean, this would be great to have, but it'd be hard to get to it. Oh, reloading gives you a 50% haste loss for 0.8 seconds. Whenever you take a hit and your health, 50% haste. Whenever you take a hit and your health is below 50%, gain fortify. Haste fortify. I'm pretty slow, so it's like I don't want to give up the haste. Reloads give you a damage boost of 4% for 6 seconds. I wonder if I should drop that. So I'm not using this necessarily for damage. And then like when I need to reload, I'm just getting off the blunderbuss. Plus shot. Damage. I think maybe it's better just reloading reloads. It really doesn't matter one way or the other. I'll just do this. That way if I need to gain ground, I'll do it that way. So let's try this weird version. So it'd be claw shot, blast shot, claw to somebody, blast, and then ace off. Claw, blast, ace off. We'll try it. I mean, it's worth testing and just seeing how it goes. But that'll be for the next one. And, yeah, I'm gonna call it there. But yeah, I had a good time. I'm probably gonna keep grinding some 3v3s. That's like the part of the content. So it's like for me to answer my own question, like, hey, what am I enjoying in the game right now? For me, it's 3v3s. I really like that content. I'm having a good time. Gosh, I wonder if I need to go back to the black. It looks a little monochromatic in the dark. In the lighttime, like you can see the differences, but like, did I do the mantle the same way? No, it's tropical mist. That's different. It doesn't really stand out that much though. Yeah, it's better contrast. I might go back to the black. I don't know. I wish I could do. I would if I could get the black fin. If I could do the fin of the helmet black. I mean, you can. I probably would just have to buy it from the shop. Gosh, I like it both ways. I kind of go back and forth, like every like time I log in, different color situation. But anyways, that's it. I'm gonna call it, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the game and are funny and enjoying. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.